Good afternoon. My name is Jim Conlan, and welcome to the latest episode of our entertainment show. As you know, in part three of our entertainment show, each week we premiere a new movie or TV series that is debuting here in Ireland and the UK, and especially here in Ireland where Irish eyes are smiling. And up for discussion this week is the return of the world famous evangelist televangelist family, the one and only Gemstones. They're back for season 3 on Sky Comedy on June the 18th, featuring an all-star cast including Danny McBride, John Goodman, Adam Devine, Edi Patterson, Cassidy Freeman, Walton Goggins, and just our special guest this evening. He plays the youngest son of one of the main characters, Danny McBride, Jesse Gemstone, the one and only Gavin Munn, who plays the character Abraham Gemstone. Gavin, first of all, delighted to have you there with us this evening. And Gavin, how excited are you for the worldwide premiere of Righteous Gemstones on June the 18th here in Ireland and the UK?
Yeah, thank you for having me. I'm so excited. I've been counting down the days ever since we finished up shooting, and I just can't wait.
And Gavin, in terms of Righteous Gemstones, you might tell us how did the opportunity come about for you to get involved in the series? Was it a normal talent agent sort of shoot? And when did you find out you landed the role as the youngest member of Danny McBride's family?
Yeah, this is a funny story. So we were on vacation in Cuba, and we got the call to come to Charleston to audition. So we cut the vacation short and went to Charleston to audition with Danny. And 5 minutes down the road after leaving, we got the call that we got the job. So I'd say it was well worth cutting the trip short.
Wow, a trip to Cuba and say a phone call with Danny McBride. And tell me, in terms of your first sort of experience encounter with Danny McBride, is he as funny as man as we see on TV in terms of real life as well?
Oh, geez, he's the coolest guy ever. I mean, I can't even, I laugh every day, probably 20 times a day working with him. He's the best. He's so funny.
Yeah, and I suppose Gavin, in terms of an all-star cast, in terms of Righteous Gemstones, you must feel as a young actor, you must feel in heaven, getting to learn alongside John Goodman, getting to learn alongside comedy legends like Edi Patterson, Adam Devine, Walton Goggins. Is it a real learning experience for you as a young actor to see all these renowned actors and renowned comedy actors as such?
Yeah, I mean, there's so much talent in this cast, and I learn something new every day from these guys. It's so fun watching the talent of them act and how much improving they do and just how good they are acting. It's very interesting and entertaining and fun to just watch them, and it's so funny too.
And Gavin, in terms of your character, Abraham Gemstone, how would you describe him in terms of his role he plays within the Gemstone family?
Yeah, I'd say Abraham is so far a pretty normal kid, kind of shy, but I'd say season 3 is starting to kind of fall along with his family a little bit, and he's starting to follow the footsteps of the rest of his family.
Yeah, and Gavin, what's it been like on set in terms of Righteous Gemstones? In terms of your sort of role, are you called in there for maybe once or twice a week, and or are you let known in advance in terms of the roles that you'll be playing in terms of episodes, or how does it sort of work out? Have you the same? Have you a different sort of schedule to everyone else?
Yeah, the set's really fun. My schedule is go to set probably 3 or 4 days a week normally. Um, Probably half a day usually, maybe 3/4 of the day work. But I mean, I'm always down for a long day because it's the funnest set ever.
And Gavin, in terms of season 3 of Righteous Gemstones, now 3 seasons involved, you've been there for sort of 20 episodes. Is this a project that has really excited you in terms of the world of showbiz and sort of acting, in terms of going forward, in terms of being involved in terms of similar projects like this?
Yeah, I mean, this is probably one of the funnest sets I've ever worked on, and I love it so much. So, I mean, I love being on this set. I'm down to do whatever with these guys.
Okay, and Gavin, 3 seasons so far in terms of Righteous Gemstones. Obviously, it's so popular, it's so huge all over the world. Can you possibly see this going on for another season or two?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it is. I'm pretty positive it's going to carry on a couple more seasons. I'd love for it too because like I said bunch of times, I love working on this set, and the way things are going now, I can see it going on a couple more seasons.
And I can imagine this makes you very popular with your friends and envious of your friends when you say that you're getting to meet Danny McBride 3 or 4 times a week. And in terms of your own sort of family as well, have Danny and Adam, have they been able to interact with your sort of parents? Have you formed a sort of bond as sort of such?
Yes, yes. We talk a lot on set, and he's always making me laugh. Everybody's always making me laugh, and I mean, it doesn't really make me more popular, but everybody does think it's cool, and everybody's cool about it. But like I said, I do have good relationships with everybody on set, and we're always cutting up and making jokes in between takes and stuff, and we'll improv with each other on our scenes. But I'd say I have a good relationship with everybody on set.
Okay. And Gavin, before we came on air, you mentioned there about a movie that you recently done in terms of sort of shooting. You might be able to tell us a tiny bit about that.
Yeah, I can't say too much, but it's probably 2 months ago, I finished working up on a Christmas show that'll be coming out about November of this year. So I can't say too much, but it was also really fun working on that show, and it was good. It was good.
Okay. And Gavin, before I let you go, I know you're sort of traveling with family at the moment, and you mentioned you have been in Cuba there in the past as well. Is travel a big goal of Gavin Munn? And tell me, is Ireland one day on your bucket list when you get that tiny bit older to venture over to Ireland and the UK and sample that part of the world?
I hope so. Ireland seems like a really cool place to go, and I would love to go there. So I hope we do. I hope we keep traveling to different places, and Ireland definitely on the list.
Okay. And Gavin Munn, so for the final 30 seconds before I let you go, you might enlighten all our audience, all our listeners, why they should tune in en masse on June the 18th for season 3 of Righteous Gemstones. And Gavin, what's in store for them when they turn on their TV screens?
Oh gosh, you're gonna be laughing. You're gonna be on the edge of your seat. It's stepping up every season. Season 2 stepped up from season 1. Season 3 stepped up from season 2. It's so funny. You're gonna see monster trucks. You're gonna see NASCARs. It's crazy. It's gonna be an insane season. You guys are gonna be so entertained and so funny as always.
Okay, on that note, Gavin Munn, who plays the character Abraham Gemstones in Righteous Gemstones, season 3 coming out on June the 18th in Sky Comedy here in Ireland and the UK. And Gavin, thanks for taking the time to speak to us today. And from me, Jim Conlan, to you, Gavin Munn, stay safe, take care, and God bless.
Okay, thank you.